Hey guys, Dr. Brian here. We're going to discuss today how it is that Beyond Bones is able to help so many people move out of low back pain and stay out of low back pain. Low back pain is one of the most common and debilitating problems that people can suffer when it comes to symptoms in their body. And when I say common, that's what I mean. It is common. Something like 80% of the world's adult population will suffer a major episode of low back pain, one or more of those throughout their lives. 80%. And over the past 30 years, every single age category has noticed a marked increase in the prevalence of low back pain. Every single age group, with the 50 to 54-year-olds currently being the ones who are suffering the most. Not a great distinction, but there you have it. So this is a very, very common and debilitating problem. See, debilitating indeed, the number one cause of disability, out of all of them, the number one cause is low back pain. There's a big difference, however, between common and normal. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. And I don't really need to explain all the numbers and go over the statistics if you've ever experienced something like any of the following in order for you to realize that this is a significant issue. If you have ever decided not to pick up your 7-year-old daughter who wanted a hug because you were afraid that your low back might go out, or if you're ever feeling nervous or tentative about bending down to tie your shoe or pick up a sock, because you thought that your low back pain might flare up, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is no joke. It does have a major impact on your quality of life, and you deserve much, much better. Now, there are lots of questions to ask and to answer about your low back pain before we're able to see whether or not we can help. We ask all those questions and figure all of that stuff out on your first visit here. That's your evaluation, in which we do a consultation, a health history, we get to know you, we talk about your goals for the future, and that's the first part of trying to figure all of this out. How long has the low back pain been there? Is it, what makes it better? What makes it worse? What's the quality of the pain? Is it chronic or is it acute? All of those things, we need to get that information. After that, we do some simple but profound examination type things where we'll test your spine. We're looking for areas of restriction where your spine isn't moving the way that it should, and there may be problems. And then as a result of those exams, we may decide that we need to see x-rays of your spine. Now, often an x-ray is what provides us the clearest possible picture of your spine, how long the problem is, where it is exactly, and most importantly, what do we need to do about it? And when it comes to that part of it, what do we do about it? Well, there are a few things. There's coaching about sleeping position, about sitting position, maybe about some changes to your workstation and your daily habits. There's nutritional conversations as well, because that can factor in. And then, of course, there's the chiropractic adjustment. See, the way this ties together is that when you're sitting and when you're stuck and when your spine is out of position for a long time, it can stay that way. And when your spine's out of alignment, that can put pressure on the nerves. Over time, that nerve pressure can cause a whole bunch of health problems and other symptoms. Low back pain is a very, very common one of those. That whole condition is something called subluxation. That's a state of stress where your body is out of alignment, there's damage, there's too much pressure on those nerves, and that leads to health problems. The purpose of what we do here, for the most part, the underlying foundational part of our care and the way we take care of people with low back pain, is what's called the chiropractic adjustment. It's a couple of minutes, it's a manual thing, has a massive and profound effect on your quality of life as we remove that subluxation, take the pressure off the nerves, and start to get things moving and healing and flowing the way that they should. Now, the time to take action is now. The worst thing that a person can do is notice a small problem, ignore it, and then put it off for the future when it's bigger. It takes more work and more effort. The first step is a consultation in here, as we mentioned, and this is all about your quality of life. It's all about taking care of this low back pain as soon as we can, as early as we can, getting you back on track for being as energetic, as feeling as good, breathing as easily, sleeping as well, and being pain-free from that low back issue for as long as we possibly can.